Hello, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, good, good. So, I'm just out here on this beautiful October 10th, reminiscing about the fact that it was 13 years ago today that my truck went in to the frame shop. So, I had stated in the last video that I hadn't seen my truck in 13 years, which slightly inaccurate because I was a little upset coming with a heavy heart, emotional. That it's been 12 years. I'm sorry. My apologies. It was my last time I saw my truck was when I drove it to Pennsylvania for a tractor pull, and when I got back in my driveway, I put it in four-wheel drive to climb up the weird angle of my driveway, and when I did so, the front drive shaft fell out for the final and last time. So after that, I have yet to ever have my truck back or see my truck. I just wanted to clarify that statement. It was a little miss on my part. I apologize. Sometimes, you know, when you're emotional, things get you misstate a little bit, but it wasn't intentional, and I wanted to let you know where I stand on that. And I'm going to take a little time to walk around and show everybody a little bit about the projects and things that I could be doing if I was a normal, able-bodied adult. But due to my brain injury and the restrictions I have with my body, I can't do a lot of the physical labor and things here that I normally would have been able to do before my accident of hashtag 516 2008 51608. And I'll just kind of go over some of the stuff here with my front garden that I'd normally do without any problem in a relatively quick manner. Wouldn't take me very long to do some of this stuff, but because of my disabilities and my restrictions and my pain, I can no longer do this sort of stuff. So I'll just kind of go over that with you here. Hold on one second. Okay, I flip the camera on. There you can see my hard workers here, the chickens. You ever talk to your chickens? So what we had here was weeds that almost looked like this grass, and we ended up taking the scratch and throwing the scratch down and letting the chickens rip all the seeds up, rip all the weeds and dig it all up and turn it all over. And now we're on our second rotation here. We sprinkled some compost down, some other weeds popped up, so now we're ready to do it again, kill off all these weeds for next year. So we're hoping to get some mulch down here before too long, get it down like 4.5 inches thick, real deep. I used to be able to get on my hands and knees. I'm lucky if I can get down and tie my shoes multiple times a day. So getting down here, bending down, get these weeds, no go. Just getting to my leg brace here and my ankle. Oh yeah, it's tough, you know, like, so getting to those weeds, I used to be able to do this, no problem, no questions asked. Come up in here, I'd do this real quick, wouldn't take me any time. Weed this whole thing, hands and knees. That's what I'd do every day. I'd run behind my lawnmower on thick grass, bumpy yards. I didn't ride, I didn't sit. I had a walk behind lawnmower. I ran behind that mower every day of my life. That was the greatest, the smell of that fresh cut grass. Right now, the smell of those leaves mixed right in. I do miss some of those times. They're good times. I loved it. It's crazy to think of how I got cut down in the prime of my life. But anyway, like I was saying, I'll digress back into what I was talking about. I let the chickens do a little bit of my work here, considering I can't do it. So I found a way to get around some of my disabilities with the animals. So I'll be showing more how to use the animals like chicken rooster and the hens to go through, and I'm using them to weed my garden right now. And then obviously when we have more precious flowers and landscape here, we won't allow the birds to go into the garden. We let them out, and then we can put them away. So as I was saying, I would have been able to come through, trim all these bushes up, trim these trees up, cut this lawn, no time at all. Would have been a great job. But instead I got this nasty looking landscape in front of my house. Look at the mildew. I need to pressure wash my house, power wash it. Can't do that. My back will hurt. I'll never get all the way up on this house. Whew. You know, like one fall, one slip. It's could be bad. So as you can see, there's a wall back there. My wife and my mother. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, my lovely wife. They built this wall. What a beautiful wall. I helped them. I told them what to do. Sat on a lawn chair right over here, right where these chickens are. While they hung up a string, I kind of came in every few minutes, made sure they were doing it. It looks great. I mean, a couple of girls put this wall in. Not too bad. Thank you, ladies. Truly stepped it up last year. But anyway, so I would have been able to do all that. No problem. Anytime. That would have been everything I was capable of doing. And I couldn't do it. The foundation was crumbling, and my mother and my wife had to take care of that. But thank you. Two hard-working women got that done. It's a little dirty now from the mud, but it turned out great. These are just a couple of things I got that I'm showing you to put examples of what kind of things I was able to do and what I cannot do at this point because of my injuries. I'm going to walk around out back. I'm going to sit down for a minute, and then I'll touch base with you again. So, what I got here is a dead mower. I call it the mower of death. Whew. I think it's time to retire that. Mower that's got a big hole in it. But the mower stopped starting, so there's some issue there. So this is another thing. I used to take care of all my equipment, all on my own. Now, nope, it takes, take me a whole week to get this thing all ripped apart to try to figure it out. It's something simple, but you got to be able to bend over for a couple hours or more every day to get it done. I can't stand bent over, laying down on the ground. It's not feasible out here in the leaves. Like, what, for a disabled person, I can't. There's only so much a guy can help. This is one of the areas I I try so hard to keep up and help, but this is where you can help me. You can help support me and support my family by going to cannaworks.org and buying some of our awesome products. So anyway, I got a generator, some more stuff. Got to get this stuff fixed up for the season. And this would have been another thing. It has a couple things that need to be addressed. Doesn't work right. Doesn't charge correctly. So this was something that I was capable of doing. I could fully get this in operational status. So I'm going to have to, hire someone or pay someone or try to work with my wife when she's off, which becomes a challenge to get some of these things repaired. So we got over here another log splitter. This log splitter here I bought years and years and years ago. We used to do some firewood and all sorts of stuff, Got to keep busy, right? So this log splitter here was in great working condition years ago, and now the coupler blew out and there's some things wrong with it, so that's got to be addressed here. And as you can see, here's a zero-turn lawnmower, and it doesn't look like it's gonna cut the grass that's pretty tall late here in October or clean the leaves up. So that mower deck is too heavy for me. That mower is just too bumpy for me. this thing helps me out quite a bit. A little bit of extra lifting capacity. I can use it for leverage and I don't have to pick stuff up. It's good. I use boards, leverage boards, long boards to get under things so I don't have to use my back or my power. I try to think smart, work smarter, not harder, especially when you're disabled. Makes a difference. But anyway, these are some of the things you could help me take care of. You could help me and my family and support us. We greatly appreciate it. We work hard to make some top quality products, and as we get these things fixed up, like this zero turn, the plan for the zero turn is to put the bagger on it and to be able to bag the grass and to be able to make silage and then feed the silage to animals that we have. So there's a purpose for this stuff. There's a purpose for it to be with CannaWorks and on the channel. My wife's going to use it to be into hobby, small-time farming. So we're going to use that mower to mow the grass around here and collect the organic matter that we can use to make compost. Like this leaf matter, all this dying maple leaf. You can take that and compost it, vacuum it up. It breaks it down into this luscious, fine material. And then you can also take the clippings, like I said. We plant some nice forage mix in between our grass, and then when you go over top of it, we can break that material down into a nice size, and then gets blown up and packed into the back compartment here, and then we can back up and we can dump it in a small bagging system. So we can do small sustainable farming with what would be normally a lawnmower from a landscaping company. These are things that CannaWorks is interested to show you, and we're willing to take you down a road, but we need a little support, we need a little help. We can make all this stuff possible. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon.